What's up, guys? Today's story is a crazy one. I've been wanting to tell you this. I'm very excited. It's about the time my friend's girlfriend pushed my friend down a flight of stairs. It all starts off on a normal day. I get up, brush my teeth, and go to school. I see one of my friends with his girlfriend. Let's give them names. My friend's name is Matt and his girlfriend's name is Lexi. For the purpose of this story, I'm giving them fake names. I run up to him and dap him up and say hi to Lexi. After about 5 minutes, the school bell rings. My friend and I had class together. We say goodbye to Lexi and head to class. The first couple periods are pretty boring, nothing happens. But as soon as third period ends, I walk towards Matt's class that was in the same hallway, and we head towards our next class, which was a floor below. Right when we turn the corner, we hear a girl shout, "Matt! Hey, Matt!" Matt and I turn and we see Lexi walking over to us, steaming from the ears. She looked so pissed. She looked so pissed. Matt looks at me and I shrug my shoulders. Lexi walks up to Matt and starts to scream at him about cheating or something. Matt tries to hug her and tells her to calm down. She says, "Don't touch me! Tell me, why did you do it? With her?" Matt was like, "Did what?" And she's like, "Don't play dumb. You kissed her," while looking super mad. Matt was like, "Kissed? Who? Who are you talking about?" She said, "Alright, that's it," and takes a couple steps back and starts to run towards Matt, who is standing right in front of the steps. Lexi gains some speed, and right before Matt can dodge it, pushes Matt into and down the steps. And I'm standing there shocked because of two things. One, my friend was pushed down a flight of fucking stairs and was rolling down the stairs. Two, this girl, who was maybe 5'4", pushed my friend, who was a lot taller and a lot heavier than her, down a fucking flight of stairs. I jump in and shout, "What the fuck is wrong with you, Lexi?" and run down the stairs to see if my friend is okay. Thankfully, he protected his neck and head, but he did complain about his back and hip. I tell him that I'll bring him to the school nurse. I lift him up and he starts to limp away, leaning on my shoulder. Lexi runs up to us and is clearly in shock. She starts to apologize and starts to cry. I look at my friend and his face just tells me I can't deal with her right now. And I tell Lexi, "Please go. You've done enough." She says that she's sorry one last time, and thankfully she leaves us alone. I bring Matt to the school nurse and hear him say, "My girlfriend threw me down the steps, and now my back and hip hurts." And I have to laugh. And I can't imagine what the nurse's reaction would be. Like, "Oh, yeah, we get that every day." I head back to class and tell the teacher that I'm sorry for being late, that there was an incident. My teacher asks me what happened, and I tell my whole class what just happened, and everybody was shocked after I told it. But that is not the end of the story time. During lunch, Matt comes up to us and says that he's okay, but that he wants to talk to Lexi and see what happened and clear the air. And we all say that we'll come with him and support him and protect him if need be. We finish eating our lunch quickly. We follow Matt and we go around school trying to find Lexi. As soon as we find her, Matt asks her why she did it. Then she asked him if he was okay, and then he tells him, "Yeah, I'm fine." Lexi then tells us that Jessica, one of her best friends, told her that you, Matt, kissed her. Matt said, "What? Jessica? When? I don't even know who Jessica is." Then she's like, "This weekend at the party?" Matt said, "This weekend? What party? What do you mean? I didn't go to a party. I spent the weekend with Arno." While putting a hand on my shoulder, she's like, "What? But Jessica told me that you kissed her." Matt was like, "Where's Jessica? We need to figure this out." Lexi tries to find Jessica with her because she was as confused as Matt. As soon as we find her, Matt asks her why did she lie to her friend. Jessica was like, "I didn't lie to her." Matt was like, "Why did you tell her that I kissed her? Isn't that by definition a lie? Because I did not kiss you. I didn't even see you." Jessica says, "I had to tell my friend the truth at some point." Matt says, "I didn't kiss you. I didn't even see you. I never see you outside of school. I was with my friends this weekend." Jessica turns to Lexi and asks her who she believes, her friend or her boyfriend. One thing I've got to say, if one of your friends or your girlfriend or your partner asks you to choose between someone, cut that person out. I don't care if it's family, if you're close to them. That person's very bad for you. That is a very toxic way to deal with your friends, your family. Anyways, back to the story. Lexi's clearly freaking out because she has no clue who she needs to choose. So I come up and say, "Lexi, Matt was with me this whole weekend, and first of all, he would never do that." Some of the other boys came up and said, "I can vouch for him. Matt is a very good guy. He would never cheat. And I saw him this weekend as well." Then I turned to Jessica and asked her what party she means. And she says a name that Matt and I have never heard before. Then I say, "Jessica, Matt and I have no clue who you are talking about." Then I open up my phone and show everybody a video of Matt and I and a couple of my other friends at my house playing Wii tennis. Lexi turns to Jessica and asks her, "Why did you lie?" Lexi turns to Jessica and asks her, "Why? Why did you lie? You're my best friend." Jessica was like, "I was trying to protect you from Matt. He's a bad guy." Lexi says, "No, Jessica, you're the bad guy. Go away. Go away now." Jessica was like, "Are you really gonna break our friendship over a guy?" Lexi said, "No, I'm not. You did." Matt asked all of us if we could leave them alone for a second, and he said, "Lexi and I need to talk for a bit." All of the boys and I walk away. After school, I see Matt. I run up to him and asked him what happened between him and Lexi, and he said that he broke things off. I said, Shit. Sorry to hear that, man. I mean, I kind of expected it to happen." I told him, "I mean, you need to find a girl who is not gonna push you off a flight of stairs." He chuckled a little bit, just a tiny bit. I asked him if he wanted some alone time or if he wanted me to come over to his house. He said alone time, but that he wanted to invite some friends over during the weekend. I said, "You can always talk to me, right? You know that." He said, Yeah, I know." I said, "All right, see you soon. I love you, homie. Don't forget that." Moral of the story is not to be like that crazy, angry, violent girlfriend. and not to push people downstairs. This story time was not at my school. It was a friend of mine at another school, and he talked about it. I was just telling this story from my point of view so that it would be easier to understand and to tell. Anyways, hope you enjoyed this story time. I think it was a crazy one. If you did, leave a like and watch another. Peace!